In a world where winds of change are blowing strong, a new generation is rising to shape the future. Meet the Windbreakers, a team of high school students with the power to face every challenge head-on, fueled by their passion for justice and their unbreakable bonds. Now as they face their greatest challenge yet, the Windbreakers must come together and unleash the full force of their power to protect the world and forge a bright future. In the dark, Sakura navigates a tightrope of insults hurled by strangers, judging him as a delinquent based on his appearance, only to awaken from the haunting nightmare. The setting shifts to a vibrant Tampu shopping street adorned with graffiti. Amidst Sakura's musings on strength and disdain for weakness, he confronts gang members harassing a woman and swiftly incapacitates them. Identifying himself as Haruka Sakura from Furin High School, he prepares to depart, but the woman Kotaha stops him, expressing gratitude and inviting him for a meal, much to Sakura's embarrassment. Over omelet, Kotaha reveals the town's troubled past, plagued by gang conflicts. In contrast to Sakura's past encounters, Kotaha displays genuine interest in his unique appearance, devoid of judgment or fear regarding his altercation with the gang members. Meanwhile, Sakura's underlying motive to ascend the hierarchy of Furin, renowned for its delinquency, is unveiled. Amidst their conversation, Sakura assists an elderly man who forgot his bag at the restaurant. Kotaha later remarks on Sakura's solitary path, suggesting it hinders his ascent at Furin. Subsequently, the same gang members return, wreaking havoc by vandalizing shops and causing chaos. Fearing the escalating situation, residents retreat indoors and seek help from unidentified individuals. Recalling Kotaha's earlier remark about solitude, Sakura boldly confronts the gang, initiating a fierce altercation. Amidst the chaos, Kotaha becomes a hostage, prompting Sakura to prioritize her safety despite compromising his combat effectiveness. Just as he embraces for an incoming attack, an unfamiliar figure intervenes, shielding them from harm. Subsequently, students from Furin arrive, engaging the remaining gang members in a stylish showdown, cheered on by the grateful residents. In a surprising revelation, Kotaha informs Sakura that the town's transformation and newfound peace are attributed to Furin students, and their vigilant protection of the community, evidenced by warning signs erected in the area. Affectionately dubbed Furin by the locals, they receive heartfelt gratitude from the residents following the skirmish. However, Sakura, taken aback by the stark contrast between his preconceptions of Furin students and their altruistic actions, finds himself discomfited by the overwhelming kindness extended to him. Despite Kotaha's encouragement to embrace connection, Sakura remains guarded, impulsively confronting the gang's leader in a defiant act. Sakura and an old grandmother enter Kotaha's restaurant. Sakura is annoyed by a grandmother insisting on giving him a piggyback ride. Inside, Kotaha teases Sakura, the easily blushing king, as she crafts a delicious sandwich for him. Their banter is interrupted by Narei, a clumsy and enthusiastic first year at Furin. Narei's admiration for Sakura's hair color amuses Kotaha, despite Sakura's initial wariness. Narei innocently attributes Sakura's hair color to stress, further teasing him. While Kotaha enjoys the exchange, Narei's admiration for Furin students unwittingly irritates Sakura. While Narei asks why Sakura came to town, Sakura expresses his ambition to reach the top. Narei playfully suggests Sakura might go bald from trying too hard, referencing his distinctive white hair. After Narei leaves, Sakura vents his frustrations to Kotaha, expressing disdain for seemingly strong but inwardly weak individuals like Narei. Kotaha offers a poignant analogy using coffee beans, comparing people to the transition from red to brown coffee beans and urging Sakura to adopt a broader perspective. She suggests that like coffee fruit, people can transform when viewed from a different angle. As Sakura traverses town, he receives gifts and gratitude from the townsfolk for his past assistance. Amidst this, a girl seeks his help as Narei attempts to fend off bullies harassing her, but fails. Sakura swiftly intervenes, incapacitating the bullies. After witnessing Sakura's swift action, Narei is in awe, but also devastated, blaming himself for his perceived weakness. He opens up about being bullied in middle school, inspired by a Furin student who rescued him and aspired to be as cool as them. Moved by Narei's confession, Sakura reassures him, affirming him that he's not lame. As the girl expresses gratitude, Sakura realizes the bond forming between them. Narei and Sakura excitedly start their first day at Furin, where Narei is thrilled to find his admired fighters in the same class, but is apprehensive about a rumored dangerous student. However, they're greeted warmly by Suo, who surprises Narei with his cheerful and friendly demeanor, fond of playful banter and absurd jokes. Delinquency. However, the lighthearted atmosphere is abruptly shattered when a menacing-looking student named Kyotaro hurls a table at the group, revealing his interest in a physical challenge, much like Sakura's own inclination towards combat. Amid escalating tension, Sakura and Sugashita find themselves in a scuffle, during which Suo reveals Sugashida's deep admiration for the Furin leader and its members. Tsukishida's fervent dedication earned him the exclusive title of being a Bofurin member during middle school. Sakura's ambition to reach the top is seen as a direct challenge to the man who stands at the top, leading to Tsukishida's attack. Sakura unexpectedly counters Tsukishida's attack, halting their confrontation. Their altercation is interrupted by the arrival of Bofurin's representative, Hajime Yumemiya, whose presence commands respect. Yumemiya advises the newcomers to enjoy their time at Furin, refrain from starting fights on the first day, and uphold their responsibility of protecting the town. Tsukishida, showing reverence as a devoted follower, nods in agreement, and tries to clean the blood from his face now that his idol has urged everyone to avoid fighting on the first day. Suo skillfully brokers a truce between Sakura and Tsukishida, marked by a heartfelt handshake that resonates with emotion. Sakura's classmates heap praise on him for his fighting abilities, making him feel valued and embraced by the community, reminiscent of his sense of belonging at home, evoking a heartfelt smile. Their camaraderie is interrupted when their seniors summon the class. They encounter Hiragi, the authoritative figure who oversees Sakura's class, who expresses disappointment at their tardiness with military precision. Sakura recognizes Hiragi as the person who once rescued him at Konoha. The mention of Konoha's name prompts Hiragi to swiftly silence them, arousing curiosity among the students. Hiragi hints at a connection between Konoha and Yumemiya, warning of dire consequences if Yumemiya learns of Konoha's danger. Troubled, Hiragi calms his nerves with Gaskun pills for his upset stomach. Meanwhile, Narei humorously records this in his Bofurin journal before educating Sakura about the Bofurin hierarchy. Yumemiya oversees 4 kings, each leading a class in every grade, with Hiragi mentoring Sakura's class as one of these kings. Bofurin is structured like the 4 heavenly kings, with Sakura's class part of the Tamon team. Tsukishida, impressed, mimics a devotee and follows Yumemiya's directive to avoid conflict on the first day by attempting to clean the blood from his face. The classes, led by their captives, start town patrols, disappointing Sakura, who expected excitement. He finds their task mundane as they clean graffiti for locals. Narei stops Sakura from crossing a tunnel, revealing it's the boundary between Bofurin and Shishitorin. Unlike Bofurin, Shishitorin is ruthless, translating to devotees of power. They see a classmate chased by Bofurin members. Sakura and Tsukishida intervene, surprising onlookers by engaging one pursuer forcefully. Suo successfully mediates a truce between Sakura and Tsukishida, leading to an emotionally charged handshake between them. Sakura's classmates shower him with the praise for his combat skills, fostering a sense of belonging and appreciation akin to his home. Grateful for the camaraderie, Sakura responds with a smile. Their seniors then call the class, and they meet Hiragi, their class overseer, who reprimands them for being late with precise timing. Sakura recalls Hiragi's earlier intervention when he and Konoha were in trouble. Mention of Konoha's name prompts Hiragi to quickly silence them. As the group approaches one side of town, divided by a tunnel, Narei stops Sakura from crossing, revealing it as the boundary between Bofurin and their ruthless rivals, Shishitorin, whose name translates to devotees of power. Joe Tagame, Shishitorin's formidable second-in-command, joins the confrontation. Initially relaxed, he ruthlessly attacks a weak teammate in front of the Bofurin duo. Sakura is almost drawn into a confrontation with Togame, but he departs, vowing to settle the score elsewhere. Sakura and a large chunk of other Bofurin fighters on the roof of the school met the top dog, Yumemiya. Sakura was expecting some monstrous fighter with 16 arms and the ability to flash step. Instead, they were all treated to a gardener, who was more worried about his plants than anything else. After a brief chat about why the Bofurin and the Shishitorin are likely going to throw down, Yumemiya shows himself to be an intensely admirable guy. After reassuring the juniors, Yumemiya explains that he agrees with Sakura, and he's happy to have him aboard. This is also another chance for Sakura to end up feeling that good old-fashioned family, and acts as a great chance for him to once again tsundere it up. Things then cut to a reckless Shishitorin fighter called Choji Tomiyama, who's dragged one of the Bofurin over and decides to declare war using a megaphone. Yumemiya then gives a brief glimpse of what appears to be his general bloodlust, and the crew makes their way down to meet Tomiyama. Tomiyama seems like a genuine psychopath at this point, and dances around Yumemiya while trying to provoke him. After showing a trail of beaten bodies, the fight gives it a good try at starting. It's not long before even more Shishitorin members turn up, and they all pick opponents to fight from the Bofurin boys. The Bofurin team, consisting of Sakura, Suo, Yumemiya, Hiragi, and Tsukishida, along with the support of Narei, enters Shishitorin's territory, greeted warmly by Choji. However, they find the area marked by graffiti and closed businesses. Their destination, the Orion, appears dilapidated, with only Ori visible, hinting at the confinement rather than freedom. This sets the stage for heightened tension between the factions, turning the theater into a symbolic battleground. As the Bofurin team enters the theater, rowdy Shishitorin members create a commotion, Choji's presence on stage prompts Imamiya to comment he's turned into a gala. Once seated, Tsukishida's opponent is called to perform first, revealing their impressive fighting skills. Narei expresses concern, but Imamiya remains unperturbed. However, Tsukishida's opponent cleverly distracts him by mentioning Imamiya, allowing for a surprise punch to Tsukishida's face. Despite this setback, Tsukishida quickly recovers and retaliates with a counterpunch, emphasizing the proper respect for Imamiya and knocking out his opponent. Shishitorin is stunned by Tsukishida's victory, while Choji delights in the display of power. The defeated member is swiftly removed from the stage and treated with contempt. Suo's opponent appears nervous, with little information available about Suo except for his strength in middle school, as he attended a different school outside Bofurin's territory, rendering him largely unknown to the group. In the bout, Suo calmly withstands his opponent's barrage of strikes, effortlessly dodging each attack to the amazement of the onlookers. Sakura realizes that Suo enjoys playing with his opponents, though his actions seem somewhat sadistic. However, Suo's true intention is revealed: to teach his opponent a lesson. It's disclosed that Suo's adversary was among those who callously laughed when Sakura and Tsukishida's teammate was struck. As the standoff continues, Joe Tagame intervenes, revealing that Suo's opponent is not part of Shishitorin. This realization dawns on the man, but Suo emphasizes the importance of empathy in adulthood, citing imagination and personal experience as its roots. Suo's actions serve as a lesson in empathy, reciprocating the harm inflicted upon his team by the man. The narrative begins with Suo's skirmish, followed by Hiragi's confrontation with Sako of Shishitorin, a top combatant known for his deep-seated animosity towards Hiragi. As they clash, Sako gains the upper hand, pushing Hiragi to the brink of defeat until he's struck from behind. Sakura grows increasingly agitated by Sako's derogatory remarks towards Bofurin and Hiragi. Imamiya reveals Hiragi's significant role as one of the Bofurin's 4 kings, leading to the Talmonten team, also known as Bishamonten, the war deity governing the battlefield. At a critical moment, Hiragi seems to resurrect, dramatically altering the course of the battle. In a revealing flashback, the origin of Hiragi and Sako's relationship is unveiled, starting from Sako's time being bullied in school due to his intelligence. Imamiya and Sako discuss their history, with Imamiya expressing interest when Hiragi is ready to share. Hiragi enters, imparting a valuable lesson, earning Sako's admiration. Hiragi mentors Sako in combat techniques, inspiring Sako to enroll at Furin High to support Hiragi in becoming its strongest figure. Despite Furin's reputation as a school for troublemakers, Hiragi advises Sako to carve his path, revealing his commitment to supporting someone named Imamiya. Feeling betrayed, Sako resolves to become stronger, seeking confrontation wherever possible. Choji and Togame recruited him into Shishitorin during this period. Returning to the present, Hiragi's poised for victory. In a reflective voiceover, Sako confesses his desire to follow Hiragi's lead, cherishing memories of their time together. When Hiragi ultimately incapacitates him, he delicately moves Sako aside, ensuring his dignity is preserved. Togame reminisces about a past battle until Choji interrupts him, indicating it's his turn to fight. Sakura eagerly steps up, and it becomes clear that Togame's speed and skill surpass all previous Shishitorin fighters. Togame delivers powerful blows to Sakura amidst enthusiastic cheers, accusing him of relying on group strength rather than individual power. This accusation motivates Sakura to launch a surprising counterattack, fueled by his determination to never lose to someone like Togame. Drawing from memories of past bullies, Sakura declares his resolve to prevail. As Togame and Sakura battle, the confrontation evolves beyond physical combat, delving into philosophical and ideological realms. Togame has Sakura pinned down when Sakura accuses Shishitorin of being ruthless bullies, suggesting they should be called the Bully Club. He argues that Shishitorin's devotion to power is merely a means to oppress others or target middle schoolers. Understanding Bofurin's intrusion on Shishitorin's territory, Togame incapacitates the fighters responsible for targeting the middle schooler, and apologizes for the interruption before requesting to resume their fight. Togame has a history with Choji and Shishitorin, having been scouted by Choji to join the group when it was a more close-knit family. They assume their positions on stage, with Togame's superior speed and skill evident as he delivers powerful blows to Sakura. Togame cherished the bond he shared with Choji, finding inspiration in his belief that power meant freedom, not oppression. However, when Choji assumed the leadership of Shishitorin, he aimed to elevate the group to his level of strength, confiding his aspirations to Togame. After a member was injured by a rival gang, Choji abruptly changed his philosophy, kicking out the injured member instead of seeking revenge, shocking Togame. Disheartened by this transformation in Choji, Togame resigned himself to becoming the villain in exchange for Choji's former joviality. Sakura's questioning further undermines Togame's resolve, leaving him questioning his motivations and appearing defeated.